Hello, welcome to EDU, Children with Exceptionalities. I am excited to have you here. I hope you're having a good semester. My name is Nicole Miller, and I have been an early childhood educator for 16 years and an adjunct college instructor for 8 years. Teaching is my passion, and I am delighted to be an instructor for this class. So about this course, we are going to cover atypical patterns of child development, inclusive, diverse settings, evidence-based educational and family plans, differentiated instruction, adaptive materials, and assistive technology. Emphasis is placed on the characteristics of exceptionalities and delays, early intervention, special education, transitions, observation, developmental screening, formative assessment of children, and collaborating with families and community partners. And then upon completion, you should be able to recognize diverse abilities, describe the referral process, identify community resources, explain the importance of collaboration with families and professionals, and develop appropriate strategies and adaptations to support children in all environments with best practices as defined by laws, policies, and the North Carolina Foundations for Early Learning and Development. So we are a completely online course, and it is asynchronous, which means you work at your own pace, and it's flexible depending on your schedule. You just need to be mindful of due dates for assignments, and that you are participating online actively, which we're going to talk about some more in a minute. And it is a condensed, fast-tracked class, which means we are covering an entire 16 weeks of content in 8 weeks. So it does mean it's going to take a little bit of work on your part because you're going at twice the speed. So 6 hours of instruction a week for that 3 credit hours in the 8 weeks time. And then we're submitting all work through Brightspace. So when you have completed this class, the things that you will have learned, differentiating instructional needs of children, like adapting environments and curriculum with exceptionalities and diverse abilities using formative assessment, examining the process and procedures to make referrals and transitions so you can collaborate and support families and work with community partners, and then also how to analyze evidence-based assessment tools to adapt environments and curricula so you can meet the needs of all the different abilities of each child. Your attendance and participation. So like I was saying before, you do need to be actively engaged online. Since I don't get to see you in class every week, it's important that you engage as much or more than you would in a traditional classroom. So the assignments and the discussion board is a big piece for your participation. And the discussion board will count as your weekly attendance. So just logging into Brightspace and reading things is great, but it doesn't count as participation for attendance. So just make sure you're getting your discussion done each week. So you'll make a post, and then you'll also respond to at least 2 other people in the discussion board each week. So you can plan to spend at least 6 hours a week completing the online work, and you may need a few extra hours a week for projects and research and study time. So we are going to cover lots of information, as I mentioned earlier, but some of the topics that we'll cover: early intervention and public policy, the things that are alike and different among children, foundational principles and recommended practices in early childhood special education, collaborating with families, how to create individual plans and monitor children's progress, designing instructional programs, supporting the different domains of development and specific areas based on a child's disability, and then also teaming and collaboration, so working alongside other professionals in early childhood programs. For grading and feedback, we are looking at discussion boards counting as 30% of your work. Reflections will be another 30%. And then there is a big project that'll run throughout our entire 8 weeks together. It's called the Persona Project. So we'll talk about that some more as we get into class, but all of those things add up to 100%. And I will do my best to grade your assignments within 1 week of the due dates, and I'll try and leave feedback and comments so that you can see how you're doing. So just be sure you're checking the grade section in Brightspace. And then also just email me, or we can always meet virtually if you have any questions or concerns about assignments or anything else in the class. So my contact information is posted in Brightspace. It is on your course syllabus, but I'm also sharing it here. So I am here to assist you and want you to succeed in this class. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me to ask questions or concerns that you need help with anything. An email is the best way to reach me. I am usually able to respond within 2 business days, but usually sooner than that. And if you have an urgent matter, you can text me at the number below. I do keep a Google Voice account for my students, so the number's listed there. Text is obviously easier for me to respond to since I do work full time and have my own children at home. And of course, email is always the best because it's a good way for you to give me some information about what you're needing help with, and then I can respond. All right, I look forward to working with you.